Hi, I'm Eric with the John Miller Real Estate team at Keller Williams Realty in Westboro. In the next couple of minutes, I will do my best to explain how using a buyer's agent truly does give the buyer the best chance of finding and closing on their ideal home at the lowest purchase price possible, will save the buyer hours upon hours of time, and in a typical transaction will cost the buyer no money. It may surprise you to know that if you are looking for a special home on the internet, you may never find it. Picture an iceberg. Now picture the tip of an iceberg. That is what you're dealing with when you search the internet for a home. You're only seeing a percentage of the homes on the market. You're not getting all the details, and by the time the best homes are advertised on the internet, the seller has oftentimes already accepted an offer. First, I will explain how a buyer's agent can help a buyer find the perfect home. At the John Miller Real Estate team, we have a system in place to expose the buyer to every home available on the multiple listing service within 24 hours of the property hitting the market. This is where you will find almost all properties for sale, including traditional sales, foreclosures, and short sales. This is also where you will find the most details and pictures on these properties. Unlike your typical agent, we don't stop there. We are continuously searching for sale by owners homes for sale as well. We also oftentimes are able to introduce our direct clients to homes before they hit the market and put them under agreement without the public ever having an opportunity to buy them. Next, how real estate agents get paid. You're probably asking, how can this not cost me any money? Let me explain. When a listing agent agrees to market a property, he or she agrees on a fee with the seller. They will typically offer half of that fee to a buyer's agent that brings along a buyer to purchase that property. Give me 1 second, I'm going to grab a chart. Now, here's an example. Right here, let's say that a homeowner decides to list a home at the selling price of $100,000 with ABC Realty. Let's also say that ABC Realty has a contract with the seller for 6% of the total purchase price, or $6,000. Two things could happen here. First, the listing agent who is selling the property is able to find a buyer for the property for the $100,000 asking price. ABC Realty in this case would collect the total commission of $6,000 at the closing, which would be both pieces of the pie on this chart here, and the seller would net $94,000. Second, a buyer's agent who brings along a buyer would split the commission with the listing agent company, and the homeowner would still net the same $94,000. So basically, when a buyer's agent brings someone along, half of it goes to the buyer's agent company and half goes to the selling agent company. So since there's already a commission built into nearly all home prices, it makes a lot of sense to use at least half of that commission to pay a buyer's agent to work for you, as opposed to paying a selling agent who is working in the seller's best interest. Next up, how does a buyer's agent save a buyer time? I'm not saying that you do, but the average buyer is searching the internet for hours upon hours, and then maybe driving by the properties then they liked online, or calling each listing agent to set an appointment, and then finally hearing back from the listing agents and seeing the properties at all different times. When working with the buyer's agent, you simply go through every home on the market that meets what you're looking for on the computer. Then you pick out your top choices. Your agent will set up all the appointments for you, and in one morning or afternoon, you can literally get inside every home that meets what you are looking for. Most buyers will put in an offer on their on their favorite home after their first time out, knowing they have just seen all their top choices out of every home available on the market. Next up, how does a buyer's agent help put the property under agreement and close at the lowest possible price? When a buyer finds a home they have interest in, a buyer's agent will help the buyer review similar homes that recently sold in the area. This will allow the buyer to make an educated decision on what to offer for the home. Once a buyer has decided on the offer price, a buyer's agent will walk the buyer through every step of writing the offer and make sure it represents the buyer's best interest and exactly what they're looking for. For example, making sure the buyer has an opportunity to do an inspection after an offer has been accepted to assure there's nothing wrong with the home before finalizing the purchase. Depending on if the offer is being put in on a traditional sale, short sale, or bank owned, our team is our team will formulate a negotiation strategy to assure the buyer secures the property at the lowest possible price. For example, on a short sale, if there are no competing offers, a buyer should start the offer low, and the homeowner may accept it because they are simply looking to sell the property and move on because they owe more money on the home than the current market will yield. Next, once your offer is accepted, how does a buyer's agent help the buyers to close on the home? Part of a buyer's agent job is to coordinate all communication between all parties in the home buying process. Over 100 people will be part of the average finance transaction, and it's a buyer's agent's job to keep everyone on track to assure the buyer closes on time. A good buyer's agent will work closely with the buyer at every step in the process so they know what's going on. Well, that about wraps it up. So for a brief summary, before you even begin the buying process, remember, for a typical home, it will cost you no more money to put a buyer's agent to work for you. A buyer's agent will give the buyer the best chance of finding and closing on their ideal home at the lowest purchase price possible. We'll save that buyer hours upon hours of time, and we'll get the transaction closed. At the John Miller Real Estate team, we have agents that work exclusively with buyers. Call or email us anytime if you would like to set up a time to sit down and talk about what you're looking for in a home. Thanks for watching, and if you would like some more information, if you'd like to view some more informative videos on real estate, just click above right here to subscribe to our YouTube page. Again, my name is Eric. Thanks for watching and have a great day.